Hi, this is my presentation on health insurance. I'm Emily Anderson. The company that we're going to use is a pretend company called Barb's Bakery. Barb has 2 pretend stores in the state of Pennsylvania with a total of 45 full-time employees. Barb has been offering health insurance since the second store opened back in 2008, and Barb's employees range from single people to those that have spouses and children. And that's important to remember as part of the reason why we look at the different insurance plans for that reason. The first part would be the underwriting and the rating. I believe that as an insurance person, it is important to not be troubled with adverse selection. So to ensure that, there are 2 ways of rating that can avoid adverse selection. The first is community rating. All employees are grouped together into a single risk pool. Insurers then calculate the past use of insurance claims and predict use in the future with inflation and anticipated differences or changes. After that, they add the cost of normal profit along with the cost of running the plan and also a reserve in case they do underestimate. The second type of rating is the prospective experience rating. This allows the insurance company to look over the previous years of coverage and get a strong idea of what usage may be used in the future. The longer the company has offered insurance, the better the insurance company can predict future usage. The insurance company can take a risk with this as quoting the premium too low. The options for coverage for Barb's Bakery and her employees would be the high deductible health plan with the health savings account, the shop exchange, the drop coverage, and there's an option there for individual coverage or to be grandfathered in. The high deductible health plan with the health savings account has also been called a consumer directed health plan. The high deductible can be anywhere from $1,250 to $6,250 for a single person, and $2,500 to $12,500 for a family. The HSA is tax sheltered, and any unused money in the account will roll over to the next year. After the deductible is met, insurance will pay most coverage after that point, but there will be a coinsurance. And from what I've read, it's usually around 20%. And this has been growing over time, and it gives the employee a reason to use their insurance less carelessly. There are no copays in pharmacy prescriptions, and pharmacy prescriptions can be used with the HSA. Employers can contribute each year or just the first few to get the deductible started for the employee. So they can contribute $1,250 the first year, maybe $625 the next year, and then nothing the following year, just to get them started. The HSA is something that the employee can also take to another job if they decide to leave. The SHOP Exchange stands for Small Business Health Options Program. It is for 50 employees or less, and in 2016 it will bump up to 100 employees or less. You can enroll in any time as a business owner, and you can even apply online. And most of the support is online as well. There's a ton of freedom with this. You get to choose the coverage, the premiums, how much you want to contribute as the owner. And there are many different options, many different plans that cover the needs of the employees. As the owner, like I said, you control the coverage you offer and how much you pay toward employee premiums, along with the ability to compare health plans, which helps you make the decision that's right for the business. There are small business healthcare tax credits also worth up to 50% of the premium costs. Other tax credits are becoming available this year in 2015 for plans purchased through SHOP. Dropping coverage is an option. If Barb's Bakery decides to drop coverage, since they have under 50 employees, there's no coverage needed. They would not be required. If she bumps it up to 50 or to 99, she has until 2016 to provide coverage. She does face possible fees of $2,000 per employee minus the first 30 each month. And that is if the employee finds another coverage and finds that what you offer or finds it to be unaffordable or doesn't have the appropriate coverage. It's possible to pay through the IRS into the employee shared responsibility payment if the insurance is deemed unaffordable or its minimum coverage. Being grandfathered is a possibility for Barb's Bakery because she's been providing insurance since 2008, so the plans must have been purchased prior to March 23rd, 2010. If they do this, they can lose status if there are significant changes that are made to the plan, if they drop coverage on a large amount of different parts of the plan, or if the premium increases significantly. And with this, they could only be offered to people that were working prior to March 23rd, 2010, so it wouldn't cover all of her employees, and it will not cover new employees. And she must give 90 days notice if deciding to discontinue the plan. There's differences in what must be offered and what is exempt because of the status. What all health plans must cover is they must end the lifetime limits on coverage. They end arbitrary cancellations of health coverage. They must cover adult children up to 26. And they must provide a summary of benefits and coverage, which is a short, easy to understand summary of what the plan covers and the cost. The grandfather plans don't have to cover preventative care for free. They don't guarantee your right to appeal a coverage decision. They don't protect your choice of doctors and access to emergency care. Independent coverage would be if Barb's Bakery decided not to offer insurance. The employees are able to get their own insurance through Obamacare and the marketplace. And this will guarantee that the plans selected are labeled as cost effective and have appropriate coverage. And this also applies if they don't like the plan that Barb's Bakery offers. They also have this option as well. The good options for Barb's Bakery would be the shop exchange and being grandfathered. It's not only important to think about the cost of insurance and what is right for the business, it is also important to think about the employees and what you're offering them and their families. To keep around happier and healthier employees to make the money for your business, you need to keep their interest in mind too. So with shop, you have the freedom of different options and the coverage that covers the needs of the employees and can make it affordable. The grandfathered option doesn't have to provide as much coverage as being grandfathered, and it doesn't require too many changes. Some bad options for Barb's Bakery would be the high deductible health plan with the health savings account and then dropping coverage. The high deductible health plan can be beneficial for some people in their situations. However, Barb's Bakery does employ people that have spouses and children. This may not be the most cost-effective on their part. While with an insurance they cannot afford, they are highly likely to leave the job and find another employer, or be very unhappy if they can't find a better option. Dropping coverage leaves the business owner open to thousands of dollars fines. Even though there is the individual marketplace, not everyone can deem that as affordable based on their salary. Dropping coverage also loses that little bonus that employers have when they offer somebody a position. And it is a make or break for some people. If they find another job that offers better insurance in a similar field, they may take that. It puts pressure on the employees and could be more expensive for employees, and the business owner could face penalties. My recommendations from what I learned and from what I think would best fit Barb's Bakery would be the Shop Exchange. It offers support, flexibility, and it's a quick, easy way to get coverage. They get to pick the plans. They could offer more than one, and it seems to fit the needs of the employees the best. So my summary is that there are many rules, restrictions, and possible fines that come along with health insurance coverage for small businesses. Each option must be weighed with the pros and cons to best suit the employees and employer. Each business has different needs and wants with health insurance. So all of that is important to think about when looking at the different plans and what to offer as a business owner. That's all I have. Thank you.